Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Tuesday 20-minute live. I'm so excited to be here with the amazing Nasreen to our Bali. My name is Natalie Colillo, and I'm the founder of Happy Healthy Women. And many of you know both of us. But today, Nasreen and I are going to chat a little bit about something that we both agree on, which is that Reiki is such a great tool for coaches. So we know that there's lots of coaches out there in Happy Healthy Women, and I'm so excited to have this conversation with the amazing Nasreen. Nasreen, welcome to our live today.
Thank you for having me. I am so happy to be here.
My pleasure. I'm really excited to have this chat today. But first, I wanted to talk to you just a little bit about your journey. So, you are a trailblazer with Happy Healthy Women in our Tobacco branch. You bring so much to all of our members in terms of your incredible energy, as well as teaching others how to obtain this energy and teach Reiki and have Reiki in their lives. Can you share a little, and you're a Reiki, certified Reiki teacher as well. So can you share a little bit about your journey in order to get to that place in your life?
Well, I joined Happy Healthy Women. I think this is actually my third 20-minute live. And
Yeah.
as I was preparing for this, I was like just looking back and thinking, oh my God, the first time I was so nervous. And even the second time, like I had all this stuff written down, and I don't know if I was able to convey half of it. Don't go back and see, okay? But so I was thinking, oh my gosh, I have actually come a long way. It was I think, about a year ago that I first joined as a trailblazer. And when I first joined, I called myself a Reiki practitioner because I wasn't really sure. I didn't want to stand up on the top, and I didn't really like what other Reiki people called themselves. I said, no, I'm not there yet. How can I do it? But today I'm like this, and I'm able to say I am a certified Reiki teacher. And that's because of the community. I have so much opportunity to talk like this and grow, over the last so many months. So in the beginning, when I felt like if I said I'm a Reiki teacher, I was standing right on the top and looking down. And I said, no, I can't do that. And Reiki doesn't at all advocate anything like that. But today, I'm like ready to say that I am a certified Reiki teacher from really a humble, from a humility point of view. And so that I can, I have this and I'm there to serve you. And unless I put it out there and let you know what I have, how am I going to be able to help you? So I'm completely okay. And please know that I am a certified Reiki teacher. So yeah, that's what it is.
Amazing. I love it. And it's been incredible to see you really step into your power and who you are. And I don't say power in a negative way. You know, I say it really in the way of like you do have power. You are powerful, and that you share that power with others, and that's how you elevate them and lift them up. And so I'm so grateful, and I'm so happy to see that you are stepping into that. So thank you so much again. And so I'd love to, shift the conversation over to, well, let's start with how you actually serve. So you're telling us, that you serve others, that you've sort of taken it away from you and made it about others. So in what ways do you do that with Reiki? And I'm sure there are so many ways, right? People can come to you either for a session or they can come and learn how to do this. Yeah.
Exactly, yes. And so over my own journey, I've realized that wellness is within, right? We have everything. We don't have to look outside at all. Everything that we need is within. And for me, Reiki gives me the basics of that. So, of course, I serve by giving you a healing session, if that's how you want to start. But my ultimate goal is that you would learn Reiki and learn how to do it on yourself. Because through my personal journey, I realized that Reiki is the simplest thing. Like, I haven't been able to keep up with any other modalities. I do it for 3 days and I forget. But Reiki, for some reason, I've been able to continue for now, I don't know how many years. So I feel that this is the basics of all modality. And I'm able to, if when you're ready, you can learn it and practice it on yourself. And I'm going to be there to help you through that journey. I'm not going to just say, okay, this is the 1-day class, learn it and goodbye. No, if you decide to continue with Reiki, I am going to be there through your journey.
Okay, so I love what you just said there about Reiki being the basis of all modalities. Can you share a little bit more about what you mean by that?
I was having a conversation earlier today with somebody, and I said, I think when we compare this to regular medicine, I'm going to say I'm the general physician, and other modalities are probably more like specialities, specializing in different things. And why? Because it's about energy, and it's about the energy within you. It's about the energy that surrounds us, and that's what Reiki actually means in Japanese language. And everything else stems from energy, correct? So that's why I feel like Reiki is the basics. So know Reiki, understand what Reiki is, and then you can build upon it. And also one more thing that I feel like in my practice, I do Reiki very casually. So right now I had mentioned if anybody's on live, I can send you Reiki if you like. I'm not sure, I can't see who's online, but if you'd like to receive Reiki, you can leave a comment, and I can do that for you later in the day for a little bit. So I can do it really casually like this. And I forgot my train of thoughts.
With Reiki being the basis of that's sort of where we were going with Reiki.
So it's the basics of everything. And because I do it, so I do it casually. And when you understand what exactly Reiki is, you can expand it and use it in the way that serves you best. Like your imagination is the limit. There's no, box to confine you within the modality.
Right. Beautiful. So on that note, I can certainly start to see where this conversation is going in terms of helping coaches in their own coaching practice and also with themselves. So can you sort of dig into that a little bit, like how you've seen this serve women who have taken up coaching as a profession?
So I'm going to start by kind of defining 3 categories of learning. When we seek out to get more learning or more development, I think we can define that in 3 different categories. So one would be gaining knowledge, education, so that we can serve our clients better, to have the tools. So for example, I don't know if you are a life coach, maybe you want to go learn something about trauma, so that you have that specific understanding of a client who has gone through a trauma. And then the second type, I would say, would be more self-development. So that's you are doing it for yourself, not for your client, but you want to grow as a person. So maybe you go and hire a coach and do that. Or maybe you have a blockage that you understand, so you go seek another modality like Reiki to remove that blockage. And Reiki can actually do a great job, even if you don't know what it is that you need to resolve. Reiki will help you, give you the right direction. But maybe that's a conversation for another day. And the third category is the one that actually serves you both, your client and yourself. And I think Reiki falls into that third category because, and I think Reiki is probably the only modality that from the day you learn that you're able to help yourself and your client from day one. All the modalities that I can think of other than Reiki probably needs a little bit of time, right? First, to understand it and to help yourself first, and then you'd be able to serve your clients, but not with Reiki.
Interesting. Yeah. And I've heard you say before that when you give Reiki, you fill up with energy as well. And I feel like that's such an important distinction because, in coaching, many of us know that it is a little bit depleting, right? Like when we coach, we give so much energy. So tell me the important distinction between that.
So because Reiki is, when you're doing Reiki, the energy that we use is not our personal energy. We are tapping into the energy from around us.
Right.
And when you're doing it right, you don't feel depleted at all. So when you are serving as a coach, and you feel like your energy is depleting, when you have the Reiki practice and when you understand what exactly Reiki is, you're able to kind of, first of all, have a shield around you, and also, how do I say this? As a yeah, as a self practice on a daily basis, when you're doing Reiki, you're able to fill your cup more and more, and it begins to overflow. So that would be the bit that helps you, as a coach, to always kind of be on the top. And I know, as a coach, you have great training, but you became a coach because you had something that helped you, and you have a journey by your on your own. So usually, I guess it's not going to be a trigger point, but there will be one client that comes on and says something that you have gone through, and you will instantly like go down. But you know that you're the coach right now, and you can't go there. You have to be this way. And Reiki actually is going to help you in that moment really big, because all you have to do is close your eyes, take a deep breath, and call the Reiki energy. It's just like a moment, and you'll get everything back, and then you'll be able to talk to your client. Just one example.
Got it. No, I love this. And so, in like just in terms of different ways that coaches can utilize Reiki, or I know that you had other things to share, Nasreen, so you can feel free to share those, or if you wanted to go down this path of different ways that coaches can utilize Reiki. So is it necessarily that all coaches have to have like a table for people to lie on to practice Reiki on them, or can they incorporate it into their coaching practice in different ways? Because I know that I've seen you do Reiki in so many different ways, so it's not necessarily one rule, right?
Exactly. That's why I first mentioned that I like to do Reiki really casually. A formal Reiki practice, of course, would be like on a massage table, and you have your client lying down, and you put your hands in different positions with the right atmosphere, etc., etc. But as a coach, I guess you would be having an online conversation with your client, like how we are having a conversation right now. And in this, like how I did, before I got onto the call, I connected with Reiki. Reiki is flowing through me. And so when I see that you're ready to receive, all I do is I don't even have to show my hands like this to you. I have my hands open, and my intention is that the Reiki is flowing to you. And your client would begin to feel that calm. So like I said, when those moments of a trigger for your client, and if your client is stuck and not able to speak, as a coach, I know you have different ways to get the words out, but from my personal experience, I know that taking out words is really difficult for me, and I just choke down and shut down. So in moments like this, Reiki would help. Reiki will slowly help your client to loosen up, breathe, and find the words to express themselves. So that's, I think, one way. So just because you learn Reiki, Reiki doesn't become your main practice. Coaching is still your main practice, but this is how you can help. One of the ways you can help your clients.
Right. Yeah. I think it's so important to have multiple tools, multiple vehicles within, our practice in order to serve that mission, right? And to really help others see that truth that they're seeking, right? And really just align. That's really what coaches are going for, is to help people get aligned, so that they can live life in the way that they want to live life. So I think that that's brilliant. Did you have anything else that you wanted to share in terms of how it specifically can serve coaches?
So I have many Reiki classes happening. So you can let me know if you're interested. And I think within the Happy Healthy Women, I probably will have event where it will be like, introduction to Reiki for coaches. So you can maybe, if you're like not sure, not ready to fully jump in, perhaps you can join that and then make your decision. But like, Natalie said, to have additional tool is great. And Reiki, I think, will be one of the greatest tool that you will have for your clients. but for yourself as well.
Mm-hmm.
And with just other events that I have something called Wellness Reiki Circle that happens every Wednesday evenings. So again, if you're interested, let me know. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put the event up on Happy Healthy Women soon.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, people that are watching, they can join our Facebook group if they're not already part of it, and they'll see it there as well.
Mhm.
So so like let's sort of just move towards, and then we can maybe end here. But in terms of tangible results, what are some tangible results that you have seen? For both practitioners and for those that you're serving with Reiki. What are some like differences that you've seen? Some differences that you've made.
One big one is the energy level,
Mm-hmm.
and not picking up on another person's energy. Like you said, you feel depleted after a coaching session. So that drastically reduces, because you learn how to, I don't want to use really the word manage, but kind of, for lack of other word, manage your energy so that you're able to have that shield, or you're able to look from the outside and not be in the circle. I may not be making real sense here, but I hope you understand.
No, keep going.
Okay.
My dog got a hold of
Okay.
this. So
Oh,
keep chatting. I'm
yeah.
going to take that over.
Okay, right. So that's one of the main ways that I have seen the energy level rise. And yeah, I often, when I'm explaining Reiki to people who ask, I give an example of the cup, right? Everybody has a cup in which they hold their Reiki. And depending on how much you have, and Reiki is actually the life sustaining energy. So to live, we've got to have this energy. But just
Right.
because you haven't learned Reiki doesn't mean that you don't know how to replenish this energy. Sleep is one of the ways. But are you really able to get enough sleep every day? Sometimes we don't know how to sleep properly. And when we wake up, we are tired. And when that repeats, instead of your, energy filling up, it starts to deplete. And that's when you start to feel that energy depletion and fatigue, and you feel like, oh my gosh, I cannot sleep. And you get into that vicious cycle. And on top of that, if you are coaching somebody with similar problems, or different problems, but you are getting their not, I don't want to say negative energy, but the sad energy, or the energy that's moving downwards rather than resonating with the higher energy. And that the higher energy will resonate more. So if that sad energy is stronger, that's the time you'll get engulfed in that energy and you'll go down. So by doing a Reiki practice on a daily basis, you're able to bring that energy level up, and you are going to be the strong one. You are going to have the higher vibration so that you can envelop your client into your energy and bring them higher up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, these are great. This is I love this idea. Well, not this idea, but I mean, it is a tool. And here's the thing: like, we talk all the time about vibration, and we talk all the time about energy, and this is the exact thing that can help us get into that better vibration, and that higher vibration, I should say, and that greater energy that fuels us versus depletes us. So I love this. So we talked about how Reiki can serve coaches. We talked about how it can serve ourselves. We talked about how it can serve our clients and be a part of our practice. And you mentioned that you're going to start classes for coaches, which is fantastic. I think that will be a great offering for especially those of us in Happy Healthy Women. Is there anything else, Nasreen, that you'd like to share? Where can people find more information on you?
Come to my website, which is japan-reiki.ca. I almost forgot.
So it's Japan Reiki Studio, but it's
Japan-reiki.ca.
All right. So,
and I also have a Facebook group where it's called Wellness in My Hands. If you are interested in learning more about Reiki or just getting a feel of the Reiki energy, join that group, and you might find some resources there as well. But I'm always happy to talk about Reiki, so just message me.
That's it. Message Nasreen on Facebook. She's also on Instagram under Japan Reiki Studio. And this woman is such a wealth of information and knowledge. So for those of you looking to incorporate I was thinking wellness.
Yeah,
Reiki,
wellness.
Reiki into your wellness practice, into your coaching practice. Do get in touch with Nasreen, and she will be of great help. Nasreen, I want to thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you so much, and thank you for all that you bring to Happy Healthy Women. You're amazing.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
My pleasure. And for those of you looking to also step into leadership within Happy Healthy Women and share what you do with our community, please feel free to head to happyhealthywomen.ca and let us know, who you are, and you can join us right there on our website. Thanks, Nasreen. Thanks everybody for watching and tuning in. And until next time, take care. Bye.